My name is Ryan Kovacs.
And I'm Maddie Kiernan. Along with Angelina Ramacone, Emily Senji, Nick Turley, and Brooks Cody, we are the class officers of 2019. Tonight, the class of 2019 would like to thank our friends and family for attending tonight's commencement ceremony. We would also like to thank our class advisor, Ms. Spellman. She has planned and organized all the memorable events in our senior year, from clothing sales to all our school spirit events and pep rallies, to planning and organizing prom, and even planning and organizing tonight's graduation ceremony. We would like to thank Mr. Spellman for his assistance too. This is a special occasion for all our members of the class, and having all of you here to share in our evening makes it very special. As we begin tonight's ceremony, on behalf of the class of 2019, we ask for the consideration of all graduates to turn off your cell phones and other devices.
We also ask that those in attendance respect all members of the class of 2019 and refrain from disrupting tonight's ceremony by making inappropriate noises and using noisemakers. Tonight, it is important that all members of the class of 2019 are fairly recognized and that each family has an opportunity to hear their child's name called. Each graduate's name is listed in the program, and the honors and awards that they have earned are marked next to their names. Please see the reference key at the bottom of each page to identify what each symbol represents. At this time, please rise and all gentlemen remove their hats and join us in singing and playing of the Nordonia's alma mater, which is listed in your program, followed by the playing of the national anthem played by our very own Lancer Band.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the graduation ceremony of Nordonia High School class of 2019. There are many individuals who have contributed to the class, and when your name is called, please stand and remain standing until everybody has been introduced. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. First, our Nordonia Hills Board of Education, our President, Tammy Strong, Vice President, Liz McKinley, Member, Judith Matlin, Member, Chad Larmer, Member Nicholas Berchtold. Thank you. Now our central office staff, our Superintendent, Dr. Joe Clark, our Treasurer, Karen Obertil, our Director of Curriculum Instruction, Todd Stewart, Director of Pupil Services, Carrie Hutchinson, and our Business Director, Matt Gallagher. Welcome. Students, as you graduate and pass from grade to grade, many teachers assisted you in attaining your goals. Tonight, over 100 educators are here in attendance to recognize your accomplishments. Seated on stage is a representative from each school in the Nordonia Hills School District. And in the audience, our teachers are here to honor you. Please join me in thanking them for all their hard work. The class of 2019 asked me to thank three very special staff members. We owe a great deal of gratitude to Mr. and Mrs. Spellman and Ms. Courtney Wenzel, our class officers and senior class advisor. Thank you for all your hard work in organizing tonight. Students, you could not have accomplished this all alone. Tonight, you have almost 3,000 parents, grandparents, family, and friends joining here to celebrate this important accomplishment. Thank you for all of your support you've given our students and our school district over the years. Tonight would not be possible without you. Thank you for joining us here tonight. To the class of 2019, you've worked hard, you challenged yourself to be the best you can be, you've labored for knowledge, you've opened your mind to new ideas, you've done all this and you've succeeded. Tonight is your graduation night. Tonight, we get to celebrate everything you've accomplished. The class of 2019 has set a high standard of academic achievement. Tonight, the class of 2019 will honor 115 students who received the Nordonia Diploma of Distinction, 54 students who received the Nordonia Diploma of Merit, and 67 students who received the Ohio State Diploma with Honors. Congratulations for everything you've accomplished. Yes, the class of 2019 is achieved in the classroom, on the athletic fields, the arts, the theater, and the music stage. In addition, and possibly even more impressive, the class of 2019 has given more than 13,000 hours of service back to our community. Students, I think I speak on behalf of our entire community in saying thank you. We look forward to everything that you will do in the future to make this world a better place. The truth is that we've been in awe of watching you over the last 4 years. When we first saw you walk into our high school 4 years ago, the beginning of your freshman year, we could see the potential in each one of you, sometimes even before you could see it in yourself. Tonight, you're going to hear several speeches. All of them will repeat all of the accomplishments that you guys have attained. We will be amazed by all of your accomplishments, and we will be excited to see what you can do. However, please let me take a moment to share you what impressed me most about the class of 2019. It is this: you are all great people. You see, we spend a lot of time preparing you for college and career, and we hope that we can prepare you for life. We hope that we have a small hand in preparing you someday to join our Nordonia community, raise your families, and continue to make this the great community that it already is. For this, I know we already have succeeded. I cannot wait when you stop back to the high school or I run into you at Giant Eagle and hear about the amazing stories in your life events, your careers, your families, and your memories of the place that we love, Nordonia. To the class of 2019, congratulations on everything you've accomplished. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Nordonia High School, we want to offer our congratulations and best of luck to each and every one of you. And now at this time, I'll turn it back over to our class officers who will take us through our ceremony. Thank you.
Our first speaker for the evening is Ms. Laura Bender, who is attending the University of Dayton, majoring in pre-med and minoring in philosophy. She will be presenting her speech entitled Roadwork Ahead. Please welcome Laura.
Hello, everyone. I am truly ecstatic to be with you here tonight. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Laura Bender, and I have lived in the Nordonia School District for my entire life. Now, before I get too far into this speech, I'd like to take a minute to recognize the parents, aunts, uncles, family members, and everyone sitting here today that helped us get to where we are, especially if we had to bargain with your seats for you to be here. I'd also like to give a special thank you to those of you who are so emotionally attached to us that you're close to tears, or crying already. Yep, I'm calling you out, Mom. Whether it was a thunderstorm or sunny skies, all of you have been by our sides for all of it. Thank you. In addition to our families, let me say we wouldn't be here if not for the amazing faculty that we have at Nordonia. From these mentors, we have learned more than how to label a map, build a rocket in physics, or, let's face it, write this speech. These teachers have taught us that we are Nordonia. With that, thank you for teaching us the importance of grit, integrity, and above all, kindness. Now, my fellow classmates, we really did it. And I like to think graduation looks pretty good on us, too. I know we've earned this glow. If I've learned anything with my 12 years at Nordonia, it would be these two truths. One, the roadways surrounding Nordonia will be eternally under construction, especially if it's pothole related. And two, we will never know what Mother Nature or the world is going to throw at us. Both of these ideas are lessons that have taught us to change, adapt, and succeed. The big-eyed freshmen who fearfully walked into high school 4 years ago aren't the people about to walk across this stage tonight. Thank goodness. If nothing else, we have forced ourselves to wake up at an ungodly hour enough times to meet the requirements to finish high school. However, just showing up would be cutting ourselves short. From the high school hallways and classrooms, we have learned that the smooth road ahead is always patched with the lessons of our failures. We've all made mistakes, gotten a less than desirable score on a test, or been one of the people freshman year who thought that the dress was gold and white. Yet, we are all here. It might have taken 4 years of construction, but we are all here. And here's the big news of tonight. We will continue to fail and continue to learn from those failures in order to succeed. Making it here tonight with all of our honors and awards is a testament to not only our talents, but to our resilience and our ability to use our disappointments to our advantage. More specifically, being able to rebound from something we thought was a sure thing is a very helpful trait. Taught many times to us, not by a classroom teacher, but by our very own Joe Clark, Dr. Joe Clark, excuse me, very sorry, when he decided not to call a snow day. Thanks for that lesson, Dr. Clark. In addition to school-related resilience, we have learned to embrace change, whether it was our newly established Kentucky Fried Chicken, weather patterns that reflect the lyrics of a Katy Perry song, or even our own Cleveland Browns, who are in the process of making a 180-degree turn. Special thanks to Baker Mayfield and Nordonia alum Denzel Ward for that one. The philosopher Alan Watts once said, "The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance." We have learned how to do exactly that. It isn't the perfect process like we've seen of the evolution of dance when the whip and nae-nae led its way to the, I'm really sorry for what I'm about to do. The whoa. But like dance, it's time to move our feet to the music of change. This time, we'll be the ones to start our own boogie. The world is going to try to change us, but it's us who have to change the world. I know that the class of 2019 is prepared, educated, and ready for whatever we get thrown. We have learned not only who we are, but how to take the steps necessary to become who we want to be. We have worked hard at becoming better people and started paving the road of our future. We know now to put ourselves out there and take risks. I've seen my peers get the guts to ask that person to prom, throw that Hail Mary pass, or even apply to Cornell. We know if we don't try, we fail by default. I don't know about you, but I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not even a weather woman. I can't tell you when sunny skies are on the horizon or when a thunderstorm is going to tear through your roof. The world is going to throw things at us that we can't expect, but we can do our best to prepare. Nordonia has done its job. We've learned a lot, but it's in our hands now. Success isn't going to fall into our lap, so we might as well work hard at something we love so that when the snow, rain, or classic Ohio hail mixture comes our way, we know how to plow through the storm. On the highway of life, when any of you become president, cure cancer, or star in a Broadway musical, I ask that you remember your journey on our Old Town roads. Congratulations, and thank you, class of 2019.
Our first performer of the evening is Mr. Eric Weaver. Eric plans to attend Oberlin College Conservatory of Music and is majoring in jazz composition. He will be performing Morceau Symphonic by Alexander Gilmont. Please welcome Eric.
Our next musical performance is brought to us by Mr. Kevin Lewis, who will be attending The Ohio State University, majoring in business economics. He will be performing Fantasy Impromptu by Frederick Chopin. Welcome to the stage, Kevin.
Our next speaker of the night is my man, Mr. Nicholas Turley. He's attending Florida Gulf Coast University, #WingsUp. He's also studying biochemistry, and he will be sponsoring spring break of 2020 for the boys. He is presenting his speech titled Just Three Things. Help me give a rowdy welcome for Nicholas Turley.
Good evening, family, friends, teachers, and the class of 2019. Boys and girls, we did it. When I first set out to write this speech, I thought it was going to be easy. But when I actually started working on it, the only thing I could think of was the ending. And by the ending, I mean I was going to walk off the stage to the sound of wild applause and drop the mic. But man, I wanted that applause. But as the days went on, my rock star vision went from wild applause to that feeling my friend Ryan would compare to, that moment when you lean too far back in your chair and you know you're going to fall. I knew I was in trouble, so I turned to my parents and my teachers for advice. They told me to speak from the heart. So here it goes. Teachers have said that we are different from other classes that have come through Nordonia. They didn't say we are better looking or smarter than other classes, although I wouldn't disagree with either claims. What they said was we had a hard time listening and we had a hard time with deadlines. However, they said that we cared about each other. We knew how to have fun, and we did a nice job working together. I've seen these traits with my own eyes, and I know from spending the last 4 years with you all that we have great potential. Our class is so diverse and so talented. We have gifted artists, incredible musicians. We have Rick Mason. Dedicated athletes, brilliant minds, and ambitious entrepreneurs. If we fulfill our potential, we have the ability to change this world for the better. How do we do this, you ask? Well, this is just a graduation speech, so I don't have all the answers. But I know we could do at least 3 things. First, we cannot sit around and wait to see our future holds in store for us. We must be bold. As George Bernard Shaw said, life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. If we go forth with a mindset that we can create ourselves, we can accomplish great things. Secondly, let us approach this world with kindness. In the words of Mark Twain, kindness is the language in which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. With kindness, we can change the world, and it lies within us all. And finally, take a moment and look around this room. No, seriously, look around. This auditorium holds about 3,000 people. I know this because I looked it up on the internet. It is almost filled tonight with people who have come to show love and support for you. So when things get overwhelming, I ask you to pick up the phone and call or talk face to face with the people who love you most. Their support will get you through the thick and thin. To finish, I want to flash back to 2015 when we were short, innocent freshmen and we officially became the class of 2019. When we entered those halls, we formed relationships with friends, teachers, and yes, maybe even administrators. And we started some of the greatest 4 years of our life. However, we have turned the page now and will not meet at Nordonia High School on a regular basis anymore, but we will forever be bonded to relationships and experiences we formed there. Looking back at our time in Nordonia, all I could think about is this quote from lyricist and philosopher Big Sean. I cannot see how it can get much better than this. When I think about all the crazy spirit weeks and lip syncs, the loudest whistle you ever heard telling you to take off that hat, followed by, thank you, brother. And by the way, congratulations, Mr. Bowman. I mean, it took you a while, but hey, you graduated. Nice job. Leaving the school just to find that little parking pass telling you to stop being cheap. Sticker to buy a parking pass. Sorry, messed that one up. All right. And some of us will never forget our senior prank being canceled. All of that now is behind us. More importantly, I would like to thank the teachers who gave us the knowledge and education to help us succeed in the future. The custodians, always cleaning up after us. We left plenty, so I hope you guys can forgive us. I want to thank Officer Nickel for entertaining us with that smart car. But most importantly, helping to keep us safe. The parents who worked hard to support us, sometimes trying to even help us with math that some of the dads here still don't seem to understand. That's not how they taught us, you guys are saying right now. Or wondering what's the difference between MLA and APA format, and helping us everything else in between. And finally, thank you to Ms. Spellman for planning all the spirit weeks and lip syncs in this graduation that we are at right now. Thank you. If we could do the 3 things I have outlined, be bold, be kind, and be able to call on the people we love, we are going to be just fine. I wish you all, the class of 2019, good luck. Happy birthday to my future roommate, Robert Novak. Wings up. Thank you, and good night.
Our final musical performance tonight comes from 2 of our seniors, Miss Beth Morris and Miss Gurleen Multani. Beth will be attending the University of Toledo, double majoring in early childhood special needs education and music. Gurleen is attending The Ohio State University and has yet to decide her major. Singing The Climb by Miley Cyrus, please welcome Beth and Gurleen.
I can almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on, but there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Keep on moving, keep climbing, keep the faith, baby. It's all about the climb. Keep the faith, keep your faith. Whoa, whoa.
Well, The only thing standing between you and your diploma is me. I bet right now you were wishing you were a little kinder to me on Twitter on those cold, snowy mornings. You hate children. You're the worst superintendent ever. You caused 6 teachers to get into accidents. Hashtag you make me sick. Hashtag I'm moving to Twinsburg. And that was just the parents. I'm looking at you, Mrs. Aterovich. I'm kidding. I like her. Honestly, you guys have the wrong approach, right? If you want a snow day, cookies. I like cookies. Chocolate chip cookies. That's all it takes. So it seems to me that I should talk for about the next hour to get even with you. But I'll be brief. I'm an introvert anyway. It probably comes from the fact I'm the youngest of 11 kids. And when you're the youngest of 11, people don't listen to you anyway, so you don't make a whole lot of noise. But when you become superintendent and they give you one of these fancy robes and one of these puffy hats, they ask you to give a little advice to the graduates. So like Nick, I'm going to give you 3 things to think about. Be disruptive, write your own story, and be kind. Now you might be thinking, wait a second, did he really just tell me to be disruptive? Yes, I'm telling you to be disruptive after graduation, okay, after we're done tonight. You've spent the last 13 years with people telling you not to be disruptive. Stay in your seat, keep quiet, do it the way I tell you. But books aren't written about people who blindly follow the crowd. Rosa Parks, Nelson Mandela, Susan B. Anthony, rule breakers, all of them. All of them had the courage to ask, why can't things be different? Why must things be the way they've always been? And all of them had the courage to disobey and to change the world. Let me tell you about a famous experiment. There once was this scientist who put 5 monkeys in a cage. Hanging from the top of the cage was a feeder full of raisins. Now, monkeys liking bananas is actually a myth. There is nowhere on earth where monkeys and bananas naturally coexist. But monkeys love raisins. Monkeys eat raisins. Anyway, there's a feeder at the top of the cage full of raisins. And there's 5 monkeys in the cage, and below the feeder was a ladder. So one of the monkeys saw the ladder and started to climb it to get the raisins. The scientist came out with a big fire hose and sprayed him off of the ladder. And then he sprayed the other 4 monkeys who were sitting there watching it. And as soon as he did, the monkey got down and they sat in the corner, all of them, and they dried off a little bit. And some time went by, the monkeys dried off, and sure enough, another monkey started to try to climb the ladder. And as soon as he did, the scientist got out the fire hose, sprayed him off the ladder, sprayed all the other monkeys that were sitting in the cage. This went on a few more times, with a monkey climbing the ladder, the scientist spraying him with the hose, and then spraying all the other monkeys on the ground. So eventually it got to the point where one of the monkeys went and he started to climb the ladder, and before the scientist could even get that hose out, all the other monkeys jumped on him, attacked him, pulled him off the ladder, and threw him to the ground. They didn't want to get sprayed again, right? And that continued. So every time a monkey would go to climb this ladder to get the raisins, all of the other monkeys would attack, would pull him off. So then the scientist got an idea. He opened the cage, he took one of the monkeys out, and he put a new monkey in there. So this new monkey sees the raisins at the top of the cage, sees the ladder, he goes to climb to get the raisins. The other 4 monkeys attack him. They jump on him. They rip him off the ladder, start beating him up. They put him aside. He tries it again. He tries it again. Every time this monkey tries to get to the raisins, they beat him up. Well, that goes on for a few days, and now it gets really fun. So now the scientist takes another monkey out of the cage, puts another new monkey in. Same thing happens. A new monkey, ladder, raisins, gets beat up by the other monkeys. And he does this until he has 5 brand new monkeys who are in the cage, none of whom had ever been sprayed by the fire hose, but all of whom are afraid to climb this ladder. They had never felt that consequence, but they were never willing to take that risk. As you enter the world, you're going to be in a lot of places where there are helpless monkeys afraid to climb the ladder. You're going to hear people tell you, that's the way we've always done it, without ever being able to give a really good reason why. So what I'm telling you today is, if you see something wrong, change it. Maybe it'll be a system at your work. Maybe it'll be a policy at your school. But don't sit around wondering why things can't be different. Do something about it. And this is even more true when you come across inequality or injustice. You need to take a stand. My second piece of advice is this: write your own story. Class of 2019, think about all the great stories you have from the senior year. The football team's great season, the band trip to Indianapolis, Science Olympiad did awesome at the States, the choir trip to New York City, Spirit Week, lip sync, homecoming, prom, Broman, right? There's no way I can include all the great things that happened this year, including 3 snow days and the kind and gracious tweets sent my way at 4 in the morning on those snow days. I have great high school stories too. Though, you know, the one that I obsess most about was my senior year athletic banquet. I was a soccer player, and this is what my soccer coach said at my senior athletic banquet to everyone out loud. He said, Joe does not have any talent, but he really tries hard. Thanks, Coach. I've thought about that for only 25 years, and it's been okay. You guys all have great stories about your times at NHS. You're going to remember them forever. You're going to laugh about them at class reunions. You're going to tell your kids about the fun that you had. But here's my advice to you tonight. Don't make those stories the best stories of your life. To paraphrase Natasha Bedingfield, you have a blank page in front of you right now. Where you go and what you do is entirely up to you. The best stories of your life, the stories that your children's children are going to tell about you, are still unwritten. You're in control of the stories you write for the rest of your lives, so make them extraordinary. No great story ever starts with, I was sitting on the couch watching TV. Take the skills you learned here at NHS, take the work ethic, take the pride, take the grit and determination, and create a story of your life that's incredible. And remember to write your own story. Don't have it written for you. People are going to try to make decisions for you. People will throw up roadblocks. People may tell you that you're not smart enough, or strong enough, or fast enough, or talented enough. Ignore them. You are enough. The world is full of cynical people who thrive on watching other people fail. Don't let them deter you, and don't let them write their story for you. My sister Kelly is the best example of this that I can think of somebody who wrote her own story. I told you I'm the youngest of 11 kids. 7 boys, 4 girls. Kelly was the youngest girl. She was 5 years older than me. When Kelly was in 9th grade, her gym teacher noticed a lump on the side of her neck. She called my parents. Well, it was cancer, Hodgkin's disease. Kelly missed her entire freshman year. She beat Hodgkin's disease, though, and she went on to earn her bachelor's degree, her master's degree. She became a fabulous 6th grade teacher. Then, at age 30, she was involved in a car accident. She had stopped at this 4-way intersection, and she went to go, and somebody ran a stop sign coming on the cross street and ran into her. Kelly was fine, but she had noticed that she didn't see this car coming. She had lost her peripheral vision, so she went to the eye doctor. The eye doctor, upon doing his examination, noticed some swelling and sent her immediately to the hospital, where later that evening, Kelly had a softball-sized tumor removed from her brain. She won that battle. She got married. She had 3 kids. She lived her life to the fullest. She was a great mom, supporting her kids' activities. She was the life of every party. She loved to travel. She never missed a Jimmy Buffett concert. And then at a routine checkup a few years later, the doctor noticed some spots on her internal organs. Cancer was now overtaking her body. And in the summer of 2006, she learned that she had less than a year to live. By this time, Kelly was 40 years old. Lexi was in 3rd grade. Garrett was in 2nd grade. Leanna was in preschool. So realizing that she was never going to get to share her life stories with her kids, Kelly spent some of the last few months of her life traveling around videotaping all of the stories that she would never get to tell her kids. She went to her old high school, her first job, her first date, her grade school. She recorded all these stories that she would never get to tell her kids in person. Kelly died when she was 41 years old, but cancer didn't write her story. Kelly wrote her story. She never stopped fighting, and she never stopped living. My final piece of advice is what Nick said: be kind. Maya Angelou was an American treasure who died 5 years ago. Maya Angelou was a writer, a speaker, an actor, a poet, a civil rights activist. She was indeed a living legend who I was fortunate to hear speak a year before she died. Maya Angelou said that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. She reminded us that we have the ability every day to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. What does that mean, to be a rainbow in someone's cloud? It means this: everybody is fighting a battle that you know nothing about. So do what you can to brighten your life. I want you to listen close. You can start paying attention again. I want you to listen closely now. Students, all of you in the audience, people on stage, and if we could maybe get the house lights up, that would be great. I'm going to ask you to think about something. So pay attention now. Are you or someone you love fighting a disease? Are you from a home broken by divorce, drug abuse, alcoholism, gambling, or any other addictions? Have you experienced the death of a loved one? Are you or someone you love the victim of abuse, physical, emotional, sexual? Have you or your family faced financial insecurities, lost a job, been able to pay bills? Have you been a victim of harassment or racism or sexism? Have you been bullied or teased for your color, your religion, your weight, your looks, your sexual orientation? In 5 seconds, I'm going to ask you to do this. If any of those things apply to you, I'm going to ask you to stand up. And I fall into at least 3 of those categories, so I will be standing with you. So, all those things that I just said, if any of those apply to you, will you please stand up? Okay. Now look around. Right? Guys, life is hard enough. We don't need to make it harder for anyone else. So when you have the opportunity to say something kind, say it. When you have the opportunity to lend a hand, lend it. When you have the opportunity to be a friend, be it. And when you mess up, admit it. 5 of the most underused words in the world today are, I'm sorry, I was wrong. Thank you for standing. Everybody here is writing their own story, and you're going to be a character in the stories of everybody you meet. How they describe you will be up to you. Nordonia High School class of 2019, you're going to be incredibly successful in life, but your success will not be defined by the job you have or the money you make. Your success will be defined by 3 things. Were you disruptive? Did you write your own story? And were you kind? We are so proud of you, graduates. Congratulations and good luck. Now, today is all about the graduating class of 2019. But there is one more person graduating today that we do need to recognize. Mr. Broman, will you please join me on the stage? Come over here. Students, you have had the opportunity over the past 4 years to live with one of the happiest people on earth. You will not find another person in the world who loves life as much as Mr. Broman. I would bet not one of you has ever seen Mr. Broman in a bad mood. Even if he was suspending you, you always knew he cared. Mr. Broman genuinely appreciates all the gifts in life, and I'm friends with Mr. Broman. I know he's had tough times in life. I know he's suffered loss. I know he's dealt with all kinds of stuff like we all do, but I've never heard once him say a mean word to anyone or complain about anything. If I've learned anything from Mr. Broman, it's to be grateful for the gifts in my life and for my life itself. Mr. Broman is grateful every day, and he lives every day with a positive attitude. Dave, we are going to miss you, but we won't forget you. We wanted to make sure we did something to memorialize all you have done for Nordonia High School. And since so much of your career has been spent in the cafeteria, spending times with kids and staff, whistling at kids that take their hats off. In fact, can we just have one more whistle for everybody?
That was terrible. Oh. That was awesome. Thank you, brother.
Starting today, the Nordonia High School cafeteria will forever be known as the Broman Commons. So, Dave, you can't take this home. This is super heavy, and it's going to hang on the cafeteria wall. And this is what the plaque says. The Broman Commons, established 2019, dedicated in honor of Mr. Dave Broman, who served 23 years as associate principal at Nordonia High School. Known for his extraordinary ability to build relationships with students, staff, and families, Mr. Broman showed compassion, provided perspective, and modeled kindness for generations in our school community. The Broman Commons is a testament to the humorous spirit and selfless service Mr. Broman dedicated to the students, staff, and families of Nordonia High School. May all who gather here exemplify the same ability to be a good citizen and friend. Let's hear it for Dave Broman. All right, get off the stage. Hey, let's graduate. What do you think?
Okay, each year Nordonia High School recognizes one female and one male student for the honor of the Manhood and Womanhood Award. The staff uses the following criteria for selecting the nominees and the winners. This prestigious award is given to the individuals who embody the following qualities: leadership, service, a strong work ethic, academic achievement, extracurricular achievement, care for the school, care for our community, and care for others. It is an honor to be nominated for this award. This year's nominees for the Manhood Award are Dominic Dasher and Jacob Kraus. And this year's nominees for the Womanhood Award are Gina Atarovich and Hannah Hover. This year's winner of the Womanhood Award is Miss Gina Atarovich. She had pretty flowers. I didn't want to mess up her hat. Let's hear it for Gina. Congratulations to Hannah as well. And it is my pleasure to announce this year's Manhood winner, Mr. Jacob Kraus. Let's have one last round of applause for all 4 of these students.
Dr. Clark, members of the Board of Education, I hereby certify that the following members of the class of 2019 have successfully completed all the requirements established by the State of Ohio and the Nordonia Hills Board of Education. The class of 2019 will now present itself for graduation. I'd like to introduce our senior class officers who will read, our senior class advisors who will read the class of 2019 names. While Mr. and Mrs. Spellman are introducing our graduates, we ask that all applause be held until all graduates are being introduced. Thank you.
Malak Abu Hashim. Simrit Kaur. Renee Amberlynn Schluter. Kayla Elizabeth Vassarelli. Michael Joseph Karowski. Jacob Dylan Kraus. Kaylee Ann Smotek. Gina Margaret Aterovich. Catherine Mary Urick. Matthew Robert Lostofka. Jenna Marie Ashley. Ryan Matthew Keller. Abigail Annette Rice. Kevin Patrick Lewis. Gerline Carr. Paul William Krompaski. Jenna Renee Rizzo. Hannah Elizabeth Bayless. Eric Jonathan Weaver. Christine Marie Yurko. Gina Marie Fatika. Miranda Rain Alvord. Catherine Elizabeth Stevens. Sarah Emily Shedroff. Nicholas John Kevney. Matthew Judson Carodi. Aubrey Truth Adair. Kara Marina Adams. Still coming. There's Kara. Amira Celine Alamin. Megan Elaine Alders. Luke Alexander Alford. Stanley Mark Apana. Stephanie China Nicole Armstrong. Troy William Armstrong. Lorenzo Clayton Austin III. Abigail Marie Ayers. Sumaya Amina Arzol. Kaylin Elizabeth Babrica. Rebecca Marie Babbitt. Courtney Marie Baines. Allison Claire Balaga. Matthew Stephen Balashin. Alyssa Jean Bauer. Aiden Ray Bell. Jacob Allen Benda. Laura Lindsay Bender. Jacob Andrew Berlin. Niles Sebastian Khalid Beverly. Austin Timothy Bittner. Harlequin Michael Bazzioni. Yassine Bonacer. Ashley Nicole Bowen. Chad Corey Brown Jr. Destiny Louise Lizette Brown. Alexa Ann Buckenmeyer. Christopher Joseph Bulanda. Bryson Lamont Bynum. Gabriel Trayvon Bird. Justin Jasper Bird. Carlin Safroni Caffey. Jacob David Chesnick. Kayla Marie Childs. Brian Charles Charlie. Kyle Matthew Chonko. Anna Grace Christie. Nina Jane Chrysley. Emily Rose Krustick. Grace Ann Coghill. Naya Marie Michelle Coleman. Mitchell Anthony Colica. Kyle Richard Collins. Taylor Laura Coppage. Casey Daniel Corrigan. Diana Cruz Mondragon. Diamond Hope Cunningham. Dylan Anthony Damore. Dominic Joseph Dasher. Alexander Nicholas Davies. Jordan Marie Dean. Jordan Arthur Dirth. Isabella Rose DeMarco. Jonathan Nicholas DePiro. Joseph R. DeRusso. Nicole Page Dietzen. Brandon Eric Dolly. Jamie Marie Domzalski. Gabrielle Renee Doty. Jillian Suzanne Drinko. Amy Rose Dudich. Ryan Joseph Delaney. Jalen T. Michael Elston. Morgan Ashley Fasciano. Marley Fami. Anastasia Nicole Feldman. Dominic Gregory Ferrucci. Zaria Ludana Fitzgerald. Colin John Flynn. Hannah Eva Marie Ford. Marcus Taylor Friday. Sienna Charday Fuller. Dominic Thomas Galla. Joseph Robert Galla. Gage Charles Gates. Andre Clark Gay. Matthew Theodore Gerlich. Emily Carol Gervasi. Autumn Betty Irene Gibson. Robert Michael Gironda. Anthony Joseph Gizzo. Nicholas J. Glenna. Cicely Marie Gliozzo. Makai Isaiah Gordon. Kana Rose Grantham. Ava Teresa Gravino. Trent Daylon Green. Christy McKenna Greer. Samantha Mae Grease. Miranda Maureen Grismer. Austin Mitchell Grushka. Tyler Christopher Gunther. June Catherine Guy. Lennon Gabriel Habacco. Jacob Richard Hammond. Alexandria Noel Hammer. Harry Isaiah Malik Harris. Shannon Elise Harvey. Noah Michael Hayden. James Turley Hayes. Caitlin Lucille Hazelton. Adam John Hedgedus. Noah James Hensley. Tyler Andrew Heiberger. Jalen Arthur Hill. Jackson Ryan Hoey. Hannah Mae Hover. Noah Jacob Howard. Samantha Claire Humple. Julia Noel Hungerford. Sophia Camille Idris. Jenna Elizabeth Tchaikovsky. Caitlin Elizabeth Jarina. Delaney Lynn Johnson. Logan Michael Johnson. Jacqueline Margaret Johnson. William Michael Johnson. Jordan Reese Jones. Julius Oliver Jones. Javion Michael Jones. Emily Margaret Yurkovic. Mark Joseph Kasmerick. Rian Renee Koenig. Katarina Zoe Campy. Caden James Karkoska. McKenna Hart Carnow. Jamie Ann Karpathakis. Jasmine Carr. Nevin Kazi. Angelia Rose Kelhofer. Philip Kong. Madison Elizabeth Kiernan. Caitlin Marie Kinch. Cameron LaDante Kitchen. Emma Ray Kleisman. Nicholas Lawrence Kleisman. Kennedy Marie Knight. Tyrone Lee Knox. Hayden Michael Kobalek. Carly Jean Konasek. Maria Ann Kadelka. Ryan Matthew Kovacs. Alyssa Nicole Kozar.
Brandon Michael Kramer. McKenna Caitlin Krasovic. Mitchell John Kraus. Catherine Ann Krapeski. Walter Paul Kress. Clayton Thomas Kumakowski. Samantha Claire Laba. Nathan Michael Lally. Samantha Alexis Lane. Cameron Alexis Larimer. Melanie Margaret Laviano. Ryan Nicholas Lee. Robert Randall Levac. Jason Anthony Lewicki. Mackenzie Margaret Lewis. Maje Mina Lewis. Samantha Lynn Lewis. Sophia Catherine Lim. Sophie Wren Lint. Timothy Andre Lloyd. Tamia Marie Lloyd. Micah Tajamira Long. Maximus Rome Madden. William Thomas Makeley. Jacob Ryan Malensic. Evan Mamana. Dominic Nicola Menino. Angelina Rose Maxim. Adam Nicholas McCann. Patrick Dwayne McCourt. Andrew James McKinley. Kaylee Ruth McNearney.
Thanks, Mom.
Anthony Victor Malone. Peyton Nicole Micah. Natalie Michelle Miller. Blake James Minnix. Blaine Andrew Morgenstern. Elizabeth Nicole Morris. Tyler William Mosier. Kendall Ann Mosina. Gurleen Carr Multani. William Joseph Muscatello. Kaylee Ann Nartker. Joseph Thomas Neville. Samantha Ann New. Nadia Niamke. Dorian Nichols. Morgan Nicole Nicholson. Nicole Andrea Nikchinsky. Robert Louis Novak. Brendan Sean O'Donnell. Marco Antonio Ola. Justin Anthony Olsko. Serzina Sultana Orvi. Nicholas Charles Orzachowski. Aaron Jackson Osborne. Devin Isaiah Parrish. Claire Elise Parker. Ariana Joy Pearson. Abigail Rose Pinko. Cody Joseph Pastino. Dominic Lee Pacone. Richard Sebastian Pintz. Jared Nicholas Porinchak. Alexander James Posar. Cameron Scott Prosen. Alexander Charles Puff. Caitlin Nicole Puffenbarger. Jeremy Michael Pugh. Jason Allen Pugh. Lauren Ashley Pugh. Alexis Danielle Queen. Angelina Mariana Ramacone. Kiata Mia Ranallo. Genesis Rosemarie Rankins. Carly Cecilia Reese. Heather Nicole Richmond. Adeline Laura Riley. Josiah Deanna Rivers. Amber Marie Robinson. Abigail Rain Robinson. Jackson Wyatt Rook. Parampal Sandhu. Alyssa Lee Sarconi. Jode Singh Sakaria. Emily Ann Senji. Carl Lee Schaub. Dylan John Schneider. Evan Michael Schonauer. Jordan Leslie Schultz. Dominic Constantine Shamblin. Micah Philip Sherrod. Brianna Marie Shorter Rotz. Brian Salvatore Simeone. Mario Jack Simeone. Mitchell David Siski. Madison Miranda Slayton. Joseph Robert Smith. Ryan Tyler Smith. Alexis Noel Snopel. Alexis Nicole Studahar. Ryan Jeffrey Stimson. Emily K. Stoneman. Anthony Kenneth Strong. Evan John Svensson. Stephen Robert Swiger. Brendan Tyler Sapansky. Mallory Elise Tidor. Tyler Catherine Simone Thomas. Haley Marie Thompson. Colin Jeffrey Thornton. Adriana Jade Todaro. Jarrell Deneen Tolbert. Suzanne Elizabeth Tomac. Timothy Allen Tomkovitz. Caitlin Elizabeth Towsley. Taylor Sidney Travis. Jonathan Lee Trosper. Nicholas Ryan Turley. Angelina Rose Naluna Tyrell. Brooke Whitney Tykody. Sean Peter Ugagini. Ryan Joseph Urick. Vincent Dale Varner. Olivia Marcia Veal. Kyle Robert Vinson. James Theodore Whaler. Carson Alexander Wasco. Catherine McKenna Waskowski. Sierra Monet Wheeler. Caitlin Lane Whitehead. Evan Thomas Weehee. Michaela Dawn Wiggins. Crystal Marie Lynn Williams. Zion Deja Lee Williams. Jennifer Lynn Willis. Riley Campbell Wilson. Elijah Vaughn Winfrey. Sophia Margaret Wolf. Maria Suzanne Wolf. Nicole Marie Woodburn. Hannah Jane Woods. Quincy Workman. Kirsten Ann Uhas. Anthony Robert Zinn.
Class of 2019, it's now time for the tassel ceremony.
This rite of passage symbolizes your success to date.
Seniors, please stand.
You may now move your tassel. You may now move your tassel from right to left.
Congratulations, class of 2019. We did it.
Go make the world better!
Oh, you guys are crying.
Can we say it?
Say this. Say this.
Say we did it.
I think.
We did it! Woo!
Wait, should I say how?